Hi, I'm Holly Stewart with Summit View Advisors, and I've got 5 super tips for women over 50 with their finances. The first one, and I think this is super important, is don't rely on someone else with regard to your money. You know, a lot of women that I've met in the past, they'll think that a man is a financial plan. It's not true. Actually, we're all self-reliant, aren't we? We can accomplish greatness on our own. So I highly encourage you, be independent. Second is build an emergency fund. I can't stress how important that is. And if you've never had one, just start with something small. The true rule of thumb in financial planning is that you should have 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in a savings account at all times. The reason is if you come upon an emergency and you don't have that, you're likely to use a credit card. And that's how we dig ourselves into debt. You don't want to do that. So get that emergency fund going, keep it strong, and if you have an emergency, don't hesitate to use it. The third super tip is don't take on someone else's debt. Oh my goodness, I've seen this crush some of my good people in the past. And it's because if you are just not aware that your loved one, perhaps your significant other, your husband, is building up some debt, it can cause you a lot of problems. I had a recent client, she's a dear woman, and unfortunately, unknown to her, her husband was just taking on more and more debt. At his passing, the debtors came after her and tried to seize a lot of the estate. But the good part is that she was able to get moved away from that. Had she been more aware and more cognizant, it would have been beneficial for her. The fourth super tip is don't give away what's yours. This is especially important if you're receiving an inheritance. Many people don't realize, but if you are receiving an inheritance, you need to take that money at first and put it in single name only. If you take your inheritance, you put it in joint name with someone else, now it's half theirs. So it's really important to consider if you're receiving money, take your money and put it in an account that just belongs to you. And then the fifth thing, and this is just true of life in general, isn't it? We all make mistakes. Just learn from them and move on. I'm Holly Stewart with Summit View Advisors. I know that you found these super tips super helpful. And if you need help, reach out. I'll look forward to talking to you.